don't care if bro said it was a parody. It was not a parody, bro.
For sure.
Comedians tell race jokes all the time, bro. But we know they're jokes. There's a certain tone. There's a certain facial expression. Something that's telling you that this is a joke.
Facts.
When you can't tell it's a joke, it's not a joke.
Today's video, Anthony Fantano was in them racial chat rooms showing, Anthony, don't show me your feet. But if you was out here calling niggas the hard ER, you don't have issues.
I have no clue who this guy is, bro, but I don't have a feet fetish, bro. I don't want to see snake ass feet in the chat room.
You're wild.
Who infamously called Ian a and now he just kind of quotes that to death. That dude clearly had a few screws loose, but Ian really had no problem with putting him on blast to make him look ridiculous.
Not the IT guy 033 says, I just saw the Anthony Fantano drama earlier today. That shit is crazy. He makes music reviews and has a huge following.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Maddie. You see, he been following Anthony.
Hold on, let me.
Anthony's been making. I've been watching his videos since like 2015.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everyone. Omar here, the internet's most unemployed commentator, and I'm here to tell you about Anthony Fantano apparently being a racist. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with
You don't know this dude?
aka Anthony Fantano.
I've never
AKA
seen him.
That white guy in
What?
glasses who
He's
commentates
always
on different albums,
hip-hop.
different music.
I've
different
never
genres.
seen dude in my life,
Widely
bro.
regarded as
I don't know who
the
he is.
I used to
authoritarian
watch him
on
for his hip-hop
this side of
reviews.
YouTube, really on
Oh,
all sides
okay.
of YouTube when it comes to reviewing music.
Say what you want
I
about
never
Anthony
really-
Fantano, whether you agree with his takes or not, but you gotta respect the guy. You have to, because first of all, he listens to
Not
an
that guy
insane
033
amount of
says,
music. I be going
Hear all
through
you
his
saying
YouTube
you've never
reviews,
seen
and
this
he's talking
bald dude at least once?
That's what I'm saying.
No, sir.
about music and artists that I've never heard in
T-Rod
my
is
life.
just under
and
under a rock,
range
Daddy.
of
Hey, man, when we
genres,
reviewing the
right?
culture,
Y'all don't do that.
I was
First
about
of all.
to.
I'm watching the culture.
Bro, I was just about to say that the reason I fell off with Anthony Fantano is because I started to feel like, you know, we started to enter this stage where people were trying to compete about who support black people the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it made it kind of cringe to watch content like that, because it's like, is this genuine still, or is this just because I'm appealing to the black plight that's going on right now, you know?
Yeah.
Second of all, every time he has a take or an opinion, he backs it up with facts. He's always talking
I don't
about
know
why
about
he
all
feels
that.
a certain way about a body of work, whether it's the production or the vocal performances. He has knowledge.
That's not
about
facts.
how
That's an
music is
opinion,
put
man.
together.
That's what I'm
Some
saying.
of y'all like to jump on this app and just say, this album's made, and you have no explanation.
Should just say he has a
So
great
whether
opinion.
you agree with him or not, you have to respect the fact that he backs up his explanation and his opinions every damn time.
Holy glaze. Well, I never thought that I
Holy
would be
glaze.
scrolling across the internet and coming across a tweet or a series of tweets about him saying some out-of-pocket, just downright racial things. Seems like another one bites the dust this week. I saw this tweet. In less than 24 hours, Anthony Fantano has been exposed laughing at Trayvon Martin's death with his alt-right buddies, caught saying the N-word with a hard R on video, and deleting posts from last night where he hinted Drake was a PDF file. This is what happens when white men pretend to be a part of a culture just to grift off of it, and y'all let him sit at the table this long. But I dug through the tweets, dug through all the evidence, and now I am here to present to you all a video about Anthony Fantano.
How do y'all feel about this
being
shit?
a racist. Now, the original video that we saw at the beginning,
I feel like he should be
depicting him
canceled, bro.
seemingly saying two slurs,
For real?
one to blacks and
Yeah.
one
My
to
bad.
gay people. To give him some bail here, this is quoted. This is from someone else saying how somebody was talking specifically about him, so it is taken a little bit out of context. But I would think that somebody who is more responsible, like Anthony Fantano, would be able to know that he should not be saying these sorts of words. Like, you shouldn't be saying these things even in a quote. This isn't literary work. I don't understand why people don't understand not to say these things when it comes to quoting someone. This is a white guy in a predominantly black space face, and he seemed like Quentin Tarantino rolling those hard R's and F slurs off his tongue, man. Almost like he was years into the game of doing this. Now, if it ended there, we wouldn't be making this video, but there is more evidence about Anthony Fantano that is very, very damning, I'll say, to be quite honest with you.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Oh,
dude, fuck Trayvon. I was thinking Trey.
Damn.
Like, Trey Melvin.
See?
Trey Melvin.
See? I know y'all boys judged me earlier. I know y'all judged me when I said, when it's about the culture, I'm watching the culture.
yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
I didn't
I'm
judge
only
you.
watching blacks
Yeah.
in a something that was created by blacks. I'm only watching black people, bro. Because race will always somehow find its way
Into it.
into it, bro.
Facts. No, you ain't lying.
This is supposed to be about music.
Yeah.
How are we finding race in this shit, bro?
Yeah. You ain't lying, bro.
Thing with Trey Melvin.
Trayvon
but
Martin.
it's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Whoa.
Yes.
Is this the male equivalent of Doja Cat in those racial chat rooms showing?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that
man.
is Anthony Fantano. That is not anything edited. That is him.
Yeah, I can never
making
watch this
fun of
nigga
laughing
content
at
ever
Trayvon
again.
Martin,
It's over.
sitting with other friends saying the most out-of-pocket, outrageous things.
I
and
wasn't
just not
watching,
saying anything about
but
it.
now I'm definitely
this is
never
him
clicking.
being a nice man. I don't want to hear those excuses in the chat. But yeah, that is Anthony Fantano. It was a meme review channel that he had from back in the day where he also was depicted having a cord wrapped around his neck while an image of a black guy with a white noose around his neck
They're
appeared
like
behind him.
Zayas.
Next, we can see a background image of another black person being
Zayas
choked right
and
as
B-Lou,
Fantano
bro.
says the words "choked to death." He's playing the specter of black, ending lives and deaths for laughs. Okay, well, I'm sure that has to be the only things that people have on Anthony Fantano as far as dirt goes. There can't be
The end of my YouTube career for
The whole Alex is a thing
real nibbas do stuff.
who infamously called Ian a Harvey Weinstein.
Yo, how did he
What's your opinion on
survive
Mike
this
Dean
long?
producing the new album? I'm not even a really big guy.
For real?
Jigglypuff is a social justice meme featuring a loud, obnoxious pig of a human being who is screaming her brains out at the New Hampshire college date of Milo Yiannopoulos' Dangerous Tour. Another funny slew of social justice
we
memes
couldn't even
comes
say
out
some shit like
because
that.
Everything
What?
they say
Gang.
is nearly brain dead. There's so many of these videos cropping up that all of the channels that are essentially just ripping off Sargon of the
fuck this
Cosmos channel
guy.
can
For
barely
real,
keep
Maddie.
up. And calling him a Brony says he's nice fave if he's a That's what it's supposed to look like. You
Yeah, that's brutal. That right there was part of an 8-minute supercut of people gathering information from Anthony Fantano in the past. He had an alt YouTube channel at one point in time where he just said and did some of the most outrageous things that the article, The Fader, would later on call
This
him
is
an
crazy,
Edgelord,
bro.
Stuff that normal people just probably would not say,
Damn.
I think that's a fair statement to say. And there's a bunch of excuses in which Anthony Fantano, his fans and disciples have used in order to shield him from any sort of backlash. As you notice, there were a lot of super chats or comments or tweets that he was reading from saying that, these slurs came from quotes and he was just quoting the person who was saying.
How does
these
he
things
excuse
originally.
this?
Now, again, I don't think that a lot of people find that to be a very valid excuse for saying these things outright. These things are
Ready
still
for this
derogatory.
bitch
They
ass
are
nigga.
disrespectful. It's not like he doesn't know that. He is very much so in the know. But he still continued to say them for the sake of the conversation. I don't know. I don't know what would make you just quote a bunch of racist
let me
things or
hear this.
homophobic things like that.
Let me
now,
hear
since
this.
then, the channel has been terminated from YouTube. We don't want that on the platform. We want to scrub that. He is still the
YouTube
needle
took him
drop.
down.
Of course.
October 3rd,
bro.
2017. All of That Is the Plan's videos
two got him out of here
replaced with this
quick.
video of a 20-second still image demonetization symbol. Anthony states on both his Twitter and his Facebook page that the channel is dead. On Twitter especially, Anthony discusses why the channel is dead and echoes these points in his Fader response video 3 days later. Fader had written a piece on how That Is the Plan panders to the alt-right. All the points made in the article are false, and Anthony explains how each point is ridiculous due to the points being made out of context. For example,
And the first shocking reveal is this photo. Is this photo of me during a video where I'm parodying Hobson fans? And the full reveal of this photo is this. The man is hanging himself with toilet paper. Toilet paper, not a noose. Which, if you didn't know, has been a pretty viral internet meme over the past year or so. Kids blowing up on platforms like the now defunct Vine, just kind of hanging themselves with toilet paper in the bathroom and like dropping off of their bathtubs. And off of sharing this meme,
I'm gonna ask you a very serious question, brother. How old are you, brother? How old are you? Are you a kid? You a grown-ass man, in the words of Reggie. Grown-ass man holding toilet paper around his neck.
Yeah, judging by that receipt in the hairline.
Insinuate that I'm an alt-righter.
He's at least 35, 40.
You specifically black people to be hurt.
Now, I'll give you that, Anthony. There are some memes
I can see
that are
his
definitely
scalp,
taken out
bro.
of context. People shouldn't look
That
at
is
history that
fucked.
way. They should
For
try
real,
to get the
Maddie.
full scope and the full perspective.
For real.
And try to make assessments and judgments, because that could have been debunked without even putting out some sort of article. There's definitely grace and there's place and space for understanding there. I don't doubt that at all. How that excuses you from the other just flat out racist things that you said, it really doesn't. It shouldn't. And people have all the context in that. Some were in quotations, some were out of quotations. You just said it. So therefore, you should still be held accountable for that. And also, you also had people like Sam Hyde, who we killed Doja Cat for. You had him on your platform as well. Is there any explanation for that?
And she's being called out for posting a photo of herself wearing a t-shirt featuring Sam Hyde, who is, by the way, notoriously known across the internet for his neo beliefs. In a now deleted and resized image, she's wearing a black graphic t-shirt of Sam.
But we know Doja Cat. Like, we know Doja Cat sold her soul, right? Like, are we acting like we don't know this? Is this news to me?
Hyde holding a firearm. The controversial figure has faced backlash in the past for his support to Donald Trump and the alt-right movement. And he's well known for donating $5,000 to Andrew Anglin, the founder of neo website The Daily Stormer. Doja has yet to comment anything about the selfie, but we can tell you people were not happy.
You think the
Bro,
police
she's
should
the
treat
last
people
girl I would
differently
ever
on the
talk
race?
to.
Why?
If this world was scrubbed of women, I would die alone. Doja Cat was the last.
I go, yo,
No
what's up,
cap.
Holmes? Let's get something to eat.
What do you think would happen?
No, you're implying that they would be violent, but they wouldn't. They're good people.
Okay.
You a racist guy? Are you a racist?
I got racial hang-ups. If I pick up the phone and it's Indian, I hang up.
I don't know how the keyboard warriors can really defend these things, and this is why this matters. It's interesting how Anthony Fantano is very much a hip-hop enthusiast. He's a guy of the culture. He's a guy who criticizes hip-hop and consumes a lot of, the remnants of it, gets all of the pieces and the parts of hip-hop, the culture, the people in it, etc., while then simultaneously turning around and saying racial things on the internet and hanging around people who have racial hang-ups because they're funny. I don't know, that's weird. If I was hanging out with a funny racist, I think people would think that it's strange and question me and my character, but I'm seeing a lot of defense online for him just because he's given favorable music reviews for their favorite artists. That shit is so stupid. It even makes it worse because Anthony Fantano has been seen on the internet in some sort of, again, attempt to be funny, I guess, TikTok video depicting or giving judgment.
This shit that they doing is not funny at all, bro.
Kamala Harris
it's not funny.
Told that she's not black, and there was an outrage.
Sure.
It's confusing to me why there wasn't a similar response by people like yourself, or like why what happened with Drake was treated differently.
Like whether or not I was outraged that was the case.
It's kind of messed up, right?
Well, I mean, I think those were happening in two far different contexts.
Well, I mean, like Drake's like black, right?
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that. Look, here's the thing. I'm not saying it's not faulty messaging. Like, objectively speaking, like Drake's dad is black. Drake is black.
Anthony, it's not looking good for you in the light, but I do always want to give people an opportunity to at least respond
Anthony's
to themselves.
cooked,
That's
bro.
one of the most beautiful things about
He's so focused on race. I thought he was the music guy.
To speak on everything. I just do not get it. Like, why people feel the need to speak up. Oftentimes it makes them look much worse.
I ain't gonna lie, this shocked the fuck out of me. And I, to be honest, there's not really too much for me to add here, man, because I'm appalled. I done hit my dog twice. He done caught 2 shots from me because I was shocked. And motherfucking Anthony Fantano here, bro. Oh man, bro, I can't believe it, man. So you see, this is why y'all say, bro, you don't know. You really don't know who's behind the camera of some of these favorite creators that you watch. You gotta take a lot of these things as a grain of salt.
Yeah.
And as T-Ross says, if you're of the culture, my nigga, why aren't you watching people talking who are like you, speaking on the culture? Why are we going to other people when at the end of the day, it's gonna end up being found that they're a closeted racist or put themselves into this black community so they're not seen as a racist? Yeah. Both sides are bad because you're not really being yourself. I'd rather hang with the white guy that's like, rad, dude, totally, dude. Because he's himself.
Yeah.
T-Raw.
Yeah, I don't care if bro said it was a parody. It was not a parody, bro.
For sure.
Comedians tell race jokes all the time, bro. But we know they're jokes. There's a certain tone. There's a certain facial expression. Something that's telling you that this is a joke.
Facts.
When you can't tell it's a joke, it's not a joke. We know that you was not joking, bro. You just used that as a cover-up.
Yeah.
And so motherfuckers who can see this shit, they will not fall for this shit. And they ain't falling for it.
Real talk. All right, man. Y'all made it to the end of another video, man. I love y'all. Great for y'all, man. Can't do none of this without y'all. Binge the rest of the videos on the channel. You already know we're going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.